Hey, I want to talk with you about something I know you've been dealing with. And I know you've been dealing with it because I deal with it sometimes myself. And what I'm talking about is we'll procrastinate, then deceive ourselves into thinking that we're not doing it. Walk with me. Listen, I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. I know if you be real with me right now, uh, this is something that's been trapping us. This is something that's been hindering us. It's one thing when we know we're just afraid, but it's another thing is when we are procrastinating, but we've deceived ourselves. I always say that procrastination is when fear sneaks in. It's sneaky now. And so, you know, one of the things that we'll deceive ourselves, for example, is we'll believe that because we've read a book, right? We'll deceive ourselves into thinking that now we know it, now we've done it, just because we've read the book. And if we're not careful, listen. Let me say this first. First of all, I'm a big advocate of learning. I just talk about learning all the time, reading books, studying. You follow what I'm saying? Finding the recipes. I mean, I preach that more than anybody. Uh, as a matter of fact, this whole channel is called the Book Learning Channel. So I'm always a big advocate of learning, seeking the knowledge, reading books, right? But if you're not careful, you'll wind up becoming a bookworm and not taking action. And see, it takes more than just reading the book. Listen, it's not solely the information that's going to get you the results, it's the applied information that's going to make it happen. Yes, when you read it, you'll get the knowledge from it, right? But if you don't do what it says, if you don't follow the instructions that's in the book, you're not getting the full benefit of the book. You're not getting the results of the book. You're not even getting the wisdom of the book. Yes, you got the knowledge of the book, but not the wisdom. Oh, man, you hear that? Can you hear that? This is a book I've been keeping in my car. I don't know if you can hear that. The page is crackling. Like it's ice breaking. But anyway, it's been cold out here. Let me give you an example. So when I was aspiring to become an author, right? I didn't know anything about how to be an author. I dealt with fear with that, but I did find the self-publishing guru, right, who wrote a book, and I read his book in 2004. So listen, I read the book, I got all of the information, but I still didn't pull the trigger. I didn't get serious about pursuing or stepping out of procrastination. I didn't take action until 2008. So that's 4 years I procrastinated after I read that book. The book had everything about self-publishing I didn't needed to know. And so what happened? I read it, but guess what? I still hadn't pulled the trigger. And a lot of times we'll deceive ourselves because I watched the video, I read the book, but have you taken action? See, we get ready, aim, but never firing. Are you following what I'm saying? You're getting ready, you're on your mark, get ready, get set, but then you like, hold on, let me start over. I ain't ready yet. And the reason we do it is because let me stick with the book example, right? I read the book on self-publishing in 2004. I still procrastinated for 4 years. Even after I read the book, I still hadn't pulled the trigger. Why? Because I procrastinated because I was trying to solve problems that hadn't even happened yet. Chew on that for a minute. I'm gonna say that again because you're going through the same thing. You One of the main reasons you're procrastinating is because you're trying to solve problems in your head that hasn't even happened yet. And guess what? That might not even happen. You're just conjuring up all of these reasons. Well, what if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't? What if I get rejected? What if this fails? How I'm going to look? I ain't gonna know what to do. I'm gonna be out there. And so you're trying to answer these questions, you're trying to solve these problems, and you haven't even stepped out yet. Yeah, you got the recipe, you got the book, but you ain't even got it in the kitchen. And you're procrastinating because you're like, what if I get burnt? What if the cake fall? What if it don't come out right? Listen, if I'm saying anything you like, hit that like button. Listen, I'm not gonna hold you long. And so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do it afraid. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do it uh, imperfectly. I don't know if that's a word, imperfectly. You're going to listen, you can't be perfect. You're going to have to do it messy. You just need to start. Listen, start small, start big, just start. Listen, I read this quote. I'm going to put it on the screen up here. Let's see. Let me put it up here. Sorry about that. I thought I had it right there. I read this quote the other day. It says, you can't steer a stationary ship. Take a screenshot of that. You can't steer a stationary ship. What does that mean? That's saying that if you want to improve, you're going to have to do it in motion. You understand it? You can't you want to improve in the gym. For example, you play basketball and you want to know all the hacks. What's the Michael Jordan hack? What's the Kobe Bryant hack that's gonna get me better? But you're not even in the gym. You're not even practicing. It's not gonna work for you. You're gonna have to get in the gym. You're gonna have to get in the kitchen. You listen, what good is a recipe if you don't get in the kitchen? What good is exercise and equipment if you don't put it to use? You just need to start and then adjust. So you're afraid to shoot because you're afraid you're gonna miss the bullseye. No, go ahead and shoot. And guess what? You might not hit the bullseye, but you'll be able to at least say, okay, you know what? I need to aim a little bit more to the right. Try it again. You might miss that time too, but guess what? You might be getting closer. Are you following me? It's just like the person who comes up and they striking out playing baseball. And guess what? After a while, they keep on swinging. They keep on swinging. Sooner or later, they hit the ball, and it might have went out of bounds. Still not still not successful, but they get better. They keep on swinging, keep on swinging. Guess what? This time they hit the ball, but they caught it, and they was out. Still wasn't successful, but still improved. Why? Because they keep swinging. They're coming up the bat, right? And if they keep on swinging and keep on swinging, eventually that person's going to hit a home run. Likewise, you're over here not even getting up the swing because you're worried about making mistakes and you're not getting better. Are you understanding what I'm saying? You're not getting better because you're refusing to get up to bat. While one person out here is making mistakes and getting better, you're out here doing nothing and getting worse. Don't let that be you. And if it is you, listen, we're going to make a change today. We're going to make a decision today that we're going to not deceive ourselves. Yes, it's good that we're reading the books, keep reading the books. It's good that we're watching the videos and keep doing the videos. But you're going to have to take some action. You're going to have to take some action. You're going to have to create more than you consume. Listen, if you're not, so we're reading all of the books, and if you're not creating, if you're not demonstrating, you're not a content creator, you're a content consumer. That was for somebody. Listen, why don't you match your learning with your doing? Just get out there. Just put yourself out there. Just throw yourself out. Push yourself out there and just start getting going. Listen, this is for me too. This is for me too. It wasn't that long ago where I was faced with a situation and I began to think. I began to procrastinate because I began to try to solve the problem in my mind that hadn't even happened yet. Man, it's like my third time saying that, so I know that's for somebody. I know that's registering. I know that's sinking down into your spirit. Listen, if you want to learn more about if you're ready to stop procrastinating, you're ready to get going, listen, I have a few things for you that I want you to check out that I think is going to bless you. First of all, I want you to watch this video right here, and that video is going to bless you. But also check out this playlist called the Start Collection. This video and this playlist together is going to change your life. Listen, don't wait till tomorrow to deal with your procrastination. Do it now.